Hello. I'm going to hang out for just a second and see if anybody pops on live. And you can see my eyebrows already. I got my eyebrows microbladed on Friday. So I'm going to share my experience with you all so you know what to expect when you go, because everybody needs to go. It was well worth the wait. I'm obsessed. So we're just going to hang out for a minute and see who comes in. So I'm on day 3, and I haven't had any like scabbing or anything. They've been awesome. I haven't had any pain. They're a little bit itchy, which is killing me because I want to itch them, which you're not allowed to touch. Hi, Stacy. You're usually in bed right now. I can't believe you're awake. Okay, I'm gonna get started, and people can, hi Jessica, people can jump in and join as I go along. They can go back and watch from the beginning. So, I'm gonna post before and after pictures in the comments for you guys so you can see them like in sequence. She took a picture of like what they look like when I have my eyebrows done, like when I do them with eyeshadow, and what they look like without anything on, and then she took a picture of them after. Hi. So I have been researching for months and months and months to find the perfect eyebrow girl, because I feel like since it's semi-permanent, I wanted to find somebody that I loved and that I loved every single one of her photos. And so I searched for people here in Orange County, and I found some girls that I liked their work, but I didn't like every photo. And like there were some girls where I liked the eyebrows that they did, but they did the same thing on everyone. I was like, I just really want somebody who knows what they're doing and can look at somebody's face shape and their eyebrow shape and give them something that's specific to them. So my girlfriend Lucy, she was telling me that she had a girlfriend in Provo up in Utah who does eyebrows, and she was amazing. So I checked out her Instagram. She is the.permanent.parlor. Oh my gosh, you guys forgive me. She's the Permanent Parlor Cosmetics. Look on my Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you can find her there. But I'll post the link to her Instagram in the comments. That'll make it so much easier. But her name is Bree, and we had been talking, literally, you guys, for probably 6 months about having her come down and do our eyebrows, because Lucy wanted to have her do hers as well. So this past weekend, her and her family finally came down for vacation, and she took a day away from her vacation to do eyebrows for us. So I had mine done on Friday, and it was a really great experience. I can't tell you enough how amazing it was. I was really nervous, not about how they would turn out, but just about the pain, because I had heard mixed reviews. People said it hurts a little bit, and I don't really like needles, and like when I go to the dentist, I have to get lots of shots to get me numb, so I was a little bit concerned about that. But here's kind of how the appointment went. So my appointment was at 6:30, and the first thing that we did was talk about what I'm looking for. So she listened to me, she looked at pictures that I had so that she can get an idea of what it was that I wanted out of my eyebrows. And then she did a stencil using eyebrow pencil. So she would mark like, okay, where do you think the middle is? So she would mark where she thought the middle of my face is. We would talk about it. And then she marked where she thought the eyebrows should start. And then she used like this measuring tool to figure out like where the arch should be. And then she used a tool to make sure it was exactly the same on the other side. And then she finished on the edges. So she marked here, here, and here. And then she started filling in with an eyebrow pencil. And so she pretty much painted on the shape of what I wanted my eyebrows to be like. And that took a good, I'd say at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, because it was very meticulous. And that's what I really loved. is we sat and looked at them for a long time. And when there was something that was just kind of off, we would look at it. She'd have me stand up. We'd take a picture of it, and she'd like zoom in so that she could see on a graph, like a grid, where each part of my eyebrow was hitting, so that if something was off, we could make the adjustment. And so we did that for probably about an hour and a half, which I totally appreciate because it's like a tattoo on your face. You want it perfect, right? So once we got the template perfect, what she did was she marked it with a surgical pen. So she marked the outline in little dots so that when she removed that eyebrow pencil, she could see what the shape was supposed to be and had a guide of where to tattoo. So she took that stencil off after she did the guide, and she put numbing cream on my eyebrows. So while we let the numbing cream sit, we talked about color. And so we did samples of color. She put some on my skin so I could see what it would look like on my skin. And then we actually ended up custom mixing a color of one of her darkest browns and one of her medium browns. So that took about 20 minutes. And then, so I guess most people, they only do that one topical numbing treatment. And then when they take it off, they start. She actually does another process using an additional numbing cream that's different and more effective. And I won't share her secret because this is something that she developed, but she does a second treatment to numb even further in your skin. So when she went to do my eyebrows, it was completely numb. Like most people are like, oh, it's a pain scale between 1 and 3, 1 and 5. I literally had zero pain, like nothing at all. I could hear it, but I couldn't feel anything, which was so cool. And I have a picture, I have a video, and I'll post the video too, of what the blade actually looks like. And it's a curved head, and it's like probably 8 little acupuncture needles all in a row. So it's not it's not a gun, it's not like a scalpel or anything like that. It's these little teeny acupuncture needles that they brush across your skin. So it creates a cut into the skin as a brush stroke. And then, so she's dipping it into the ink and then cutting a brush stroke into your skin. And then that ink deposits into that cut. So she does, each hair is individually tattooed onto my eyebrows. So she would numb one side, and then while she was tattooing this side, she'd numb that side. So she went back and forth. We did about 3 different passes, and each time I would stand up and she'd look at them. So she was super meticulous. And it took us about 3.5 hours. And that was it. So as far as what it's been like afterwards, I haven't had any pain or anything. They haven't been really sore. There's been like a couple times where I'm like, I want to itch them, but you can't touch them. And I have to keep them completely dry for 7 days. And I use Aquaphor to keep them moist so they don't scab and so that color doesn't flake off. So just in the morning, I apply a little bit of Aquaphor with a Q-tip to keep them moistened so they won't get anything on them. I can wear makeup, I can take a shower, but like today I washed my hair, so I have one of those things that the kids use to keep the water out of their face. It looks like a visor, but it's like a hat that goes all the way around. So I wore that in the shower today. And he's like, what are you doing? But it worked, and I had to brush my hair. So it's going to be hard to see here on video, but you can almost make out like these individual brush strokes. And the color's going to lighten up about 40%. They're super dark and they're very bold, but that's exactly what I wanted. I was actually born with really, really big eyebrows, and I started plucking them when I was in middle school, and so I ended up with like these little teeny, skinny, little short eyebrows, and hair doesn't really grow. So this is the perfect option for me. And it was really funny because today I was sitting on the couch getting my lesson ready for church, and Kenny comes up to me and she goes, Mommy, why is your face so mad? I was like, are you talking about my eyebrows? She goes, yes, you look very mad. It was so funny that they noticed. But anyways, I'm super, super happy with them. We're trying to get Bree to come down again. and do more people, because I've already had 3 or 4 people say that they want to work with her. So let me know if you want her information, or if you go up to Utah. I paid $300, and you need, after 6 weeks, you need a touch-up treatment. So if I go back up to Utah, I can have that for free because she's not traveling. But if she comes down, I think it's like $150 if she's going to come down and do more eyebrows. So I might actually make a trip up to Utah with a couple girlfriends to go get our touch-ups done. But that is it. It's super easy. I love them, and it makes me really happy each day when I get ready, because I used to finish my eyeshadow and then get just really annoyed that the next step was having to put my eyebrows on, because it took forever. They never looked the same. They looked okay, but they were totally fake looking because it's not hair. And now I do my eyeshadow, and then I just have to put mascara on, and I'm done. And it's the best thing ever, you guys. I cannot brag enough about how much I love them. So that is my experience with microblading. And once they're healed and I do my touch-up, I'll do another video and I'll show you guys pictures of that as well. But in the comments, I'm going to post, I'm going to post pictures of my before and afters. You guys are going to die. And I'll post the link to her Instagram. You should go follow her at least just to check her out and look at her work. It's fantastic. So anyways, I will talk to you guys soon. Does anybody have questions? I can answer questions. There's only a couple of you here. But if anybody has any questions, I can answer them. I'll give you just a second. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that was it. It was super easy. Okay, if you guys have questions, you can leave them in the comments if I end, and I will try to type them out and answer your questions. But that's it. Thanks so much for jumping on, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh. You got yours done 4 years ago. Oh, yeah. Oh, Casey, yours look really good. I'll give you, just follow Bree if you want, and she might be coming down again in January. And if you want them touched up, I can put you in contact with her if she ends up coming down. Yeah, but you have to get them touched up every year or 2 to keep them looking fresh. So, yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.